Hey, what's up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement here, and today we were filming Figure It Out, and I thought, hey, why not do my next Black Series update since we're in the cozy set. And I think this is the first time it's ever just been me in the set all alone, even though Nate's right there. If you're not familiar with these types of videos, it's basically just me showing off which Black Series figures that I have picked up from the previous episode to this episode. So let's just jump right into it. One interesting thing about this Black Series update is that it is 100% exclusives. An entire Black Series update made up of nothing but exclusives. Let's go. Coming up first, it was a fan channel exclusive. However, these have popped up in GameStop locations. This is Carnor Jax, aka Carnor. We have the review up on the channel, and I absolutely love this figure. Hopefully, we do get a Carnor Jax in a Carnor package. Maybe a little self-awareness from Hasbro on that. But I love the purple cape. If you guys saw my review, I was absolutely just loving on that purple cape. It looks like something Lando Calrissian would wear, and oof. Surprisingly great figure. Not a lot of new, but I like purple, so. And the only other one out of that wave that I picked up was the comics Maul. I absolutely love this Maul, even though the hands, you know, were pointed out. I think it was Sean Solo's review that the hands do not really match the rest, like the arms, the black tattoos that it should have. So that's a bit of a bummer, but the updated butterfly joints, articulation, everything. Of course, a lot of the lower half is a lot of reuse, but everything up top is new, so that's great. And then we have a set of 4 of perhaps the most botched release of all time done by Hasbro's Black Series, and we're going to be getting into those Clone Wars figures. Those are up next. The first one I did find, Nate secured me Echo and Anakin. We'll talk about Echo first. He's the first ARC Trooper in the Black Series, and yeah, he looks great. It delivers in pretty much every aspect. It comes with all of the clone blasters that it should come with, and it's a clean trooper. There's no weathering or battle damage on this, which for the first ARC Trooper, I think I prefer a clean look. Hopefully we get 5s. Yes, Echo is a banger. Love, love, love Echo. And the other one that Nate secured for me is Anakin Skywalker. I like the face. A lot of people have been saying they do not like the head sculpt. It thinks it looks like young Anakin, or people saying it looks like Tom Holland or whatever. I think it's a perfect amalgamation of the live action, you know, Revenge of the Sith, Hayden, versus the CGI Clone Wars look of Anakin. And of course the outfit is great, and the updated articulation. We got the butterfly joints. No vertical hinges though on those hands. That's a bit of a bummer. I think that's why I prefer Obi-Wan Kenobi, which of course is in this set as well. And he is, at least, you know, only because of the Clone Trooper arms does he have the vertical hinge on his right hand. And you could use that for some pretty good saber posing. Again, butterfly joints, and just seeing that Clone Wars costume. Ooh, just very satisfying shelf presence, especially with how we have Echo, the 501st Clone Trooper from the Order 66 Entertainment Earth pack. We got Clone Pilot Hawk. Now we got Commander Cody, the 212th. Anakin, Obi, the Clone Wars stuff, Ahsoka, her trooper. It's all just coming together. And the last one being Hawk out of that set. Easily the least desirable out of the set. Yeah, it's that weird amalgamation of the old clone body, but it uses the Rex and Bly arms to utilize those double jointed elbows, which is really nice. And it is a new and unique head sculpt as well for that helmet, which is really cool. My respirator piece is ever so slightly kind of out of place, and it is not 100% symmetrical, but it's not that noticeable. Again, this is easily the least desirable out of the set, but it still does a really good job at just fleshing out the 501st, fleshing out the clones. Again, unique head sculpt, so it's kind of nice just to have that variety. Up next is something that I personally feel like I pre-ordered years ago, and then one day out of the blue, Hasbro finally decided to come through with it, and that would be the Heroes of Endor set. A lot of people got it when it first came out, so they don't know the struggle, but there is also a lot of us that have been waiting a very, very significant amount of time, definitely over 1 calendar year for this set. Of course, this is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. That's what I meant by every single figure in this update is an exclusive of some kind. Luke Skywalker he's decent. He's decent. I admittedly haven't really had the opportunity to mess around with these figures. They're all just exactly how they came out of the box in terms of their ponchos on, and Han's poncho is off. But I think Luke looks good with the poncho on, as well as the hat. So I think I'm just going to leave him like that. It's always nice to get another Luke, and especially Return of the Jedi. You know, we love Return of the Jedi here at Out of the Basement. So I'll for sure gladly accept that Luke. And then, of course, we also have that Princess Leia figure. It's surprisingly a large amount of new sculpt with that Leia, but the face I'm not 100% on board with. I still think Hoth Leia has the absolute best representation of Carrie Fisher's likeness. It's not a horrible or anything. I still enjoy the figure, but something is just a little bit off with that face. But the Han Solo is probably my favorite figure out of this set. His articulation is good. You can get him in those classic Han Solo shooting poses. I think the likeness is pretty good. I think Bespin Han might still be a tad better, but this is a pretty close second in terms of Han Solo figures. And then, of course, we have Poplu, the Ewok, which I really like his sculpt and the articulation on those Ewoks. Surprisingly decent for such small characters. And I like the feather in his head, and he just looks so dope next to Tebow. I cannot wait to get Wicket, Logray, the Chief, everyone. We need to flesh out that Ewok army. Hopefully next we get Wicket and then move on to Logray and the more obscure ones. And it does come with that speeder bike. It comes with an additional speeder bike. It is just the speeder bike that came with the Blue Line Scout Trooper Deluxe set, but it does include the more dynamic base. I'm a really big fan of that base. That I believe it started with the Scout Trooper repaint from the Mandalorian line. And it's such an improvement on that base. You can get that speeder bike into much more dynamic posing than before. So overall, it's a great set. It comes with those little diorama pieces as well, which I'll have to find a way to utilize. But if you're in the US, at least, I would say it's worth the money. We have heard of our subscribers saying it's pretty outrageous prices depending on where you are in the world, but if you're in the US, I think it's worth it. I know the Heroes of Endor set also had individual releases aside from Poplu, but that was the Heroes of Endor set, so it is indeed an exclusive. Exclusives, exclusives, exclusives. Hopefully Hasbro can learn their lesson going forward with these insane amount of exclusives, but if you just watched Figure It Out, we think some more are on the way. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the figures that I've been picking up, and of course, let us know what figures you have picked up specifically in the Black series lately. What have you been skipping out? Have you been pre-ordering? Whatever it is, just let us know in the comments down below. Again, I've been Justin from Out of the Basement, and we will see you guys in the next video.